Hi there, and welcome to this episode of Consciousness Empowerment. Here we talk about consciousness, spiritual laws, and how to reach your fucking dreams. Today we're going over a very important chapter in The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. Okay. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. Chapter Increasing Life. This is very, very, very important because we can see increasing life in a lot of aspects of our life. I'm going to go over them, okay? But before we get started, one, ask yourself this question. Are you ready to learn and apply? Two, are you ready to become the best version of yourself? Okay, in all aspects, mentally, physically, spiritually. Okay, now, if you said yes to both of those questions, metaphorically speaking, take a step forward from the line that you are on right now and cross that line. Boom. Okay. If you have not, get the fuck out because you're not going to learn anything. Okay. It's not going to benefit you. Okay. This is the mental and spiritual gym. So get out of the gym. All right. Just like when we were younger, right? We thought, oh, PE, this, we don't want to be in PE. No, you need to be in PE to get in fucking shape. Okay. And to be healthy. That's how health and vitality is expressed, is through the body. Okay. Mental and spiritual health is expressed through your calmness and the manifestations that you've manifested that show abundance, okay, in all areas. All right, so let's get started. Increase life. Now, it starts off with this. Very important. The beginning always starts, the beginning of these chapters of all these books I've been reading are very important because they kind of give you the gist of what it's going to be about. And it's a very important message. When I was in university, we always started with like a little hook. Have you ever discovered this? Da 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 da. You know, so it's a little. It's I love the way these books are written because they're here to help you. They're not here to make you think and like, it's not like scientific and like this is just my perspective and like I want you to argue. What do you think? And like, no, it's like here. This is what I've learned. Take it. Okay. Here is the first sentence. Quote, you must get rid of the last vestige of the old idea that there is a deity whose will it is that you should be poor or whose purposes may be served by keeping you in poverty. End quote. Then I'm going to continue. Quote, the intelligent substance, which is all and in all, and which lives in all and lives in you, is a consciously living substance. Being a consciously living substance, it must have the nature and inherent desire for every living intelligence for increase of life. Every living thing must continually seek for the enlargement of its life because life in the mere act of living must increase itself. That's one of the, end quote, that's one of the best passages I've read about life, okay, and spirit. Spirit is living. It is living spirit. It is living. Okay. And when we live, what do we want? We want to grow. Think of a seed. It grows and then it reproduces. It gives out more seed and those seeds grow and it just expands itself. So here's a quote, a seed dropping into the ground springs into activity and in the act of living produces 100 more seeds. Life, by living, multiplies itself. It is forever becoming more. It must do so if it continues to be at all. The universe is expanding. I mentioned this in the last video. In the university, knowledge is always expanding. New technologies developed, expanding. So this desire for riches, for money, is a natural desire because it allows us to grow and expand in all areas. More health, we can hire a trainer, better food, we can read and buy more books. We can create a library for ourselves, or we can go out and buy more books. For spirituality, we can have a beautiful room where we can meditate, sit down and give praise to God, okay? Or the creator, universal intelligence, whatever you call God, the Father. You need money. You need to be rich to have all these resources, unlimited resources, to have Unlimited development. Okay, unlimited development. I'm gonna share what Wallace Waddle says. Quote: "The desire for riches is simply the capacity for larger life-seeking fulfillment." Okay. Again, the desire for riches is simply the capacity for larger life-seeking fulfillment. Every desire is the effort of an unexpressed possibility to come into action. It is power seeking to manifest which causes desire. And power is life, okay? And life is power. That which makes you want more money is the same as that which makes the plant grow. It is life seeking fuller expression. It's a natural urge, okay? It's a natural urge to want more money. It's a natural urge, okay? It's just like sex. It's a natural urge. Why? Because sex allows us to reproduce, just like the fucking seed wants to throw out its seeds or its pollen. I'm not a plant guy, but I think what do they do? Yeah, they drop their seeds. Yeah, they drop their seeds. Yeah, once they get pollinated by the bees, then they drop it. I learned that from the Magic School Bus. And here's how it's so important. I'm going to go into the development of this, okay? From my understanding and from our understanding, if you study the Edinburgh lectures with me. Quote: "It is the desire of God that you should get rich. He wants you to get rich because he can express himself better through you if you have plenty of things to use in giving him expression. He can express himself better through you if you have more, okay? If you're rich, you have the resources to move, okay? You can think of yourself with riches as a seed planted where there is enough shade and enough sun, just the perfect balance, and enough fertilizer in the ground where you can just grow abundantly. And then it rains enough, there's water enough for you to grow abundantly. You can think of when you have limiting thoughts, because you're the only person limiting yourself. When you have limiting thoughts, think of a plant in a cup with a plastic lid on it. Okay, there's holes in it because you'll live, you'll survive, and then once in a while they put you water. The plastic lid. You can't fucking grow. Those are your limiting beliefs. Okay, and we'll go over the belief that you need to have at the end of this video. So stay to the end so that you can take that top off and be transplanted into fertile soil in mind and spirit. Okay. Now, God expresses himself through, God is life. So God expresses himself through love and beauty. Love because he loves all its creation. It allows it to grow. It gives it the oxygen, the water, okay, our food, everything for us to grow and expand, okay? That's how life expresses itself, okay? Through growth and love. I want to share the quote from Thomas Schroeder that he shares. "My mind is the center of divine operation. Divine operation is always for expansion and fuller expression. And this means the production of something beyond what has gone before, something entirely new, not included in the past experience, though proceeding out of it through an orderly sequence of growth. Therefore, since the divine cannot change its inherent nature, it must operate in the same manner within me. Consequently, in my own special world, it will move forward to produce new conditions, always in advance of any that have gone before." Okay, because there's a growth process, okay? Life is always expanding, okay? It's always going for growth. That is the law of growth. We have the law of growth in nature and in our minds. When we hold something in our mind, it will manifest. That's the law of growth in operation, okay? Because the spirit expresses itself physically, okay? And then we grow, manifest. But love and beauty, that's how the universe expresses itself. Love, okay? Because it allows for everyone and everything to grow, okay? So growth and love, remember that. And how can we grow if we have no money? How can we grow in our intellect? How can we grow in our body, in our strength, okay? If there's no money, if we can't make use of things. And how can we express our love? Okay, we don't have no money. We can't buy things for the people that we love and allow them to grow. When we donate money, we're showing our love. We're showing love, especially when we donate money, when we give gifts, we give people things. You must give. Why do you think many of the wealthiest people give? And those who are lacking limiting, or they just don't know the laws of the universe, they start talking crap about people who are donating. That's weird. I see that, okay? You want to see where the vibration of the human race is at? Is look in the comments on Instagram. Okay, look at the comments. Just go on the search page. Look at the comments. Look at all the lack and limitation. Okay, but don't stay there. Just like wow, right? That's where most of the universe is. Most of the human race is at. But people like me, people like you who are studying and going out there, okay, after we leave the mental and spiritual gym, we go out into the physical realm, we show that positive vibration and we impact people's lives just by existing on this physical realm and understanding these laws. Now, I want to share something that it talks about competition. Competition is the outside world. Where is everything made first? Here. So if we're out here, we're fucking living in the physical only. Okay? And having anxieties and fears. No. Remember first cause, first principle. And now Wallace Waters calls it first principle. Thought. Okay? And thought is the first principle to creating all things. Yeah, we can live out here if we want. That's where most people are at. Okay? That's where most people are at. I don't know when it will change. Okay, I'm hoping in the very near future or now, maybe we just transfer ourselves to a new reality and we're boom. You know, it can happen. So that's what I hope for. That's what I expect. So it's a very important part. Okay, quote, remember, if you are to become rich in a scientific and certain way, you must rise entirely out of the competitive thought. You must never think for a moment that the supply is limited. Just as soon as you begin to think that all money is being cornered and controlled by bankers and others, and that you must exert yourself to get laws passed to stop this process and so on, in that moment you drop into the competitive mind and your power to cause creation is gone for the time being. And what is worse, you will probably arrest the creative movements you have already instituted. End quote. All right. Remember, thought, first cause. You hold the thing, things will start moving towards you. Thoughts, ideas, people. I like pointing out my door over here because some things, like women especially for me, they just come into my life. They just literally knock on my door and come in. It's happened multiple times. Okay? Man, I love women and women love me. That's why I attract them so fast. But it happens, okay? Money, the ideas, okay, the resources, the people come to you. You don't know the how. Okay, your job is to just hold that thought, just like when I held that thought of me being in college when I was in prison. Held that thought and okay, let me call my sister. Okay, hey, sign me up, please. So when I get out, I just go straight into there. I didn't want to hang out with my friends. I didn't want to go back to the old habits. I knew going into that life will take me back. Not want to go back. Okay, so knowing what you do not want definitely fucking helps you to know what you want. Okay, so I never doubted because I read the Bible, the New Testament, one full time and then another half time. And I understood the gist of it. Ask and believe and you will receive. You believe the Father will give it to you and you will get it. Okay, that's what I like saying. I like saying this affirmation. Thank you, God, for your guidance. Thank you, God, for always protecting me. Thank you, God, for always giving me what I desire. Thank you, God, for always giving me what I want. Okay. And of course, I also visualize. I don't just say that. I visualize myself having it. Okay. Because when you want something so bad, you're like, you just visualize it. When I was in prison, I visualized myself in freedom. I visualized myself in college because I really wanted it. So I just visualized myself having it. Okay. And here's the thing that I want to share. This is the thought that you must have to get out of lack and limitation and take off that lid. Okay. Take off that lid of limitation. Okay. Because as an analogy, it's just an analogy, right? Well, lack and limitation is a lid. Okay. It's a barrier that you have. I mean, you can change it by thinking a new belief. Because that lid is old beliefs, lack and limitation. Okay. It's the physical limiting belief where you're only living in the physical and you're not living in mind and spirit. Okay. Here we go. Quote, never get afraid that you will lose what you want because some other person beats you. That cannot possibly happen. You are not seeking anything that is possessed by anybody else. You are causing what you want to be created from the formless substance. And the supply is without limits. Stick to the formulated statement. Quote within the quote. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces a thing that is imaged by the thought. Man can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. Can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. End quote. Okay. That is the thought. That is the belief. That is the idea you must inculcate in your mind. Okay. That is the idea. Okay. All things are created from this thinking substance. Okay. Okay. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. Okay. That is the main idea. And you must remember at all times, especially when lack of limitation arises. Okay. So I went over that living spirit is always for expansion. It's living. Life must expand. Spirit must expand. It must express itself physically. That's its nature. Okay. It expresses itself. And then when it expresses itself physically. Okay. That's why thought held in this spirit substance, this thinking substance, produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. It's its nature. It grows. It must continue building. Okay. Yeah, like that. All right. And it grows. Okay, like I said. And what's another thing? Love. Expresses itself through love. Or we must have riches to grow. We must have resources to grow. Food, books, time to meditate. Okay, time is a resource. Okay, we can't be like, oh, I have no time. You're saying you have no time, then you're never gonna have time. Okay, you don't have that time of resource. The resource of time. Okay, you must have money to have more resources. And that is just your belief. Your belief of having more money, your belief of having more time, your belief of that will bring it. See it in mind. Okay, that's what I wanted to share with you. Okay, and get away from competition. Yeah, you could compete. I know that I've competed in my sales. Right, there's like sales competitions at the company. And what I do, I just visualize winning the award. I'm not trying to be better than them. I'm not trying to beat them. I just visualize myself having the award, winning the award. So that's how you win. And it's under grace and perfect ways. Under grace and perfect ways. You know? And if I don't get it, then I'll say, okay, this is happening for me. But don't get stuck in the competitive mind, because the competitive mind keeps you in the, in the physical. Always remember the mental and spiritual. Okay? The mental and spiritual. Be strong. Calmness and peace is strength. Calmness is power. Okay? And nobody can take your peace once you've reached it. All right. Song was a powerful one. Very powerful. All right, so let's get some visualizing going on. Okay. Sit down or lay down. Relax. Take a deep breath. Okay. Inhale. Suck in a little bit through your mouth. And exhale. Push your stomach in a little bit. One more time. Push your stomach in a little bit. Now, visualize your desire. See yourself with it. Not hoping that you have it. With it. Hold it, touch it, feel it, smell it, taste it, hear it. Look around you. If there's a mirror, there's a mirror. If there's a window, look out the window. Very important to look around you. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Push your stomach in. Allow the exhale to be a little longer than the inhale. I'll run it again. See it, hold it, touch it, smell it, feel it. Look around you. Walk around. Open your eyes. Take another deep breath. Stay calm and cheerful. Know that it is done. A thought held in this thinking substance will cause a thing to be created physically. I'm going to quote Wallace Wattles. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. And know that the universe, the creative substance, God, the creator, is happy that you have connected with it and you are creating with it. It is happy. You probably feel some wrapping of warmth and joy right now. That's what happens when you feel the universe. It literally gives you a hug. Literally. You feel it in your body. But when you're meditating, you feel it like just in consciousness. But remember, your consciousness, spirit, mental, you have thoughts, and you have conscious, subconscious. Then you're the physical right now. Okay. We'll go over the next chapter in the next video. So make sure to like if you like this video, comment if you feel like commenting, comment whatever you like, subscribe if you feel like subscribing, hit the notifications to know when the next one is coming out, and share this if somebody came to mind. You are saving their life from a life of limitation to one of abundance, okay, and freedom, and courage, confidence, faith, okay? I love you. Until next time, peace.